What's with the sad music, you ask? Well, boys, I sold the Harley. And you're probably thinking, well, if you sold the Harley, then what's behind you? Well, let's take a look. So you sold the Harley, which you dumped thousands of dollars into, just to buy an MT10. Well, yeah, I did that, but there's a reason why I sold the Harley. So let's get on the bike and I'll explain to you the reason I sold my extremely expensive Harley. Alrighty, so why did I sell my Harley, which I sunk over 38 grand into? The simple reason is I had to put money towards a house. So we've moved to the Big Smoke from the country, and we've just bought a block of land and we're looking to build a house. So I had to get rid of the toy, being the Softail Street Bob. I needed a little bit extra cash to put towards a house. So what selling the Harley enabled me to do was put half the money towards another motorcycle and then the other half towards the house. So that is the only reason why I sold the Harley. I didn't sell it because I had any issues with it. I didn't sell it because I got sick of the bike. I absolutely love that motorcycle, and it was gut-wrenching watching the bloke ride away with it. So what is this motorcycle that I've purchased to replace a Harley? Well, this is a 2016 Yamaha MT10 and it's got 13,000 Ks on it, so reasonably low Ks. So I know there's going to be people out there saying, mate, you are absolutely crazy to spend that amount of money on a bike in, what, 2.5 years of owning it, just to sell it, to have a big loss of, fuck, over 10 grand or so. Why would you do that? Well, when I bought the bike, I never had the foresight that I was going to sell it and move to the city. So after doing that, I sort of realized that, hey, I need to sell this bike to get some more funds. And when you modify a bike to suit your taste, you can never truly expect to get back what you put into it, for various reasons. People out there don't want a second-hand bike which has been modded, and they don't want to spend top dollar on something which isn't brand new. And also, I sold the bike still for more money than what I bought it for brand new. And yes, that's because it had shitloads of mods, but in my humble opinion, you can't ask a hell of a lot more than retail price for something that you've modded. So do I regret doing the mods to the Harley? Well, no, not really, because half the fun for me in owning a bike, and I said it in a previous video, is working on the bike and modifying it and making it your own. I get just as much enjoyment out of doing that as what I do at riding the damn things. And I know there's going to be people out there saying I'm absolutely crazy and they can't understand it nor justify it, but each to their own. I'm not going to be offended if you throw a comment down below saying, mate, you're an absolute muppet, why would you do that? Because I sort of expect people to say that. Yeah, I know there's going to be a lot of people who follow the channel that are bummed that I sold the Harley, and I do apologise for that. I was always getting super positive comments on my videos and saying that I was inspiring other people to do mods to their bike, which they may not have done without like little tutorials here and there. So I do apologise for that. But in saying that, I still do have a motorcycle. I'll still keep the modification videos coming. It'll just be on a different bike. And yeah, I'll try and do some more moto vlogging. Moto vlogging usually isn't my style. I don't do a hell of a lot of it. It's not really where my interest is at. I enjoy working on bikes more than what I do riding around talking to myself on them. Which I know that sounds odd. Like, how can anyone get enjoyment out of riding their bike sitting there talking to themselves? I don't know where the fuck I'm going at the moment, but let's just turn around because there's nowhere I can go from here. Oh fuck, slippery on the gravel. Let's give the bike a little bit of a squirt. Holy fuck, is this thing quick. Super intoxicating, that speed. God, I love this thing. God, I love this bike. Man, this thing is super addictive to ride. Like, every time I get off this thing, I just can't wait to hop back on it. Whereas a little bit different with the Harley. Like, if I wasn't going on long rides, I sort of thought it was pointless just to poke around the streets and that. Just because the thing was fucking heavy. It weighed 320 kilos and this weighs like 100 kilos less. It's yeah, it's just more suited for city riding. It's easier to lane split, it's much more nimble, it's got plenty of punch when you want it. The Harley, I found, wasn't really suitable for stop and start traffic. I know there's going to be Harley owners out there who call me a little bitch because, yeah, I don't like stopping and starting on a 320 kilogram motorcycle. It's not my thing. I'm only a little lad. I don't have those big guns. This thing is so much more nimble. God, I love this bike. I'm like a 16-year-old boy. I twist that throttle and lose all my sensibility. It just goes out the window. I can see there's going to be one of two things which could happen to me on this motorcycle. That being, one, I kill myself, or two, I lose my license. Touch wood, none of those things happen, but it is possible. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks very much for watching, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one. See ya!